Hey there, how are you today? My name is Dana Damara, and you have landed on Astrocast. This is the new moon report. Oh my gosh, new moon in Aquarius. Actually, it's a super new moon in Aquarius. We tend to think like, oh, super moons only happen when it's a full moon, because when we have a super full moon, we can see how big the full moon is, but that's still happening even though we can't see the moon on a new moon. Still there, we just can't see it because it's sitting next to the sun. So a couple things I want to share. First of all, this is about the super new moon in Aquarius happening on January 21st at 12:53 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this, in my humble opinion, is more in alignment with where we start to build momentum for the new year, right? But I'm not here to disrupt systems. I'm just here to share information. And I want to share my screen with you because I want to tell you all about this new moon. It is very, 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 very beautiful and extremely powerful. So I'm going to pull up on my screen this little guy. All right, put my glasses on so I can see. Yay. Okay, so new moon Aquarius, Saturday, January 21st. All right, so first of all, big deal here. Sun and moon at 1 degree Aquarius. That means hours after the sun moves into Aquarius, which it's been in Capricorn, moves into Aquarius, it conjuncts the moon. Now, this is, I believe, the third new moon at 1 degree. I believe, don't quote me, but I'm about 90% sure. And I believe we have two more new moons at a 1 degree as well. So this is really powerful because it's almost like hit the go button, let's go. And I've talked to a lot of people about this new moon, and we're moving from a very dense Capricorn way of being to Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about air, it's all about speed, it's all about altruistic views. But the fact that this new moon happens at 1 degree Aquarius is a highly karmic degree for new beginnings. Okay. The other thing that I want to talk a little bit about is the fact that this new moon is conjunct to Pluto. I'm going to go through all these things. Pluto is sitting in Capricorn. I'm going to talk a little bit in depth about Pluto, but the biggest thing to know about the fact that Pluto is sitting here is, number one, it's conjunct the new moon. So that's transformation, that's empowerment, that's digging deep. It's a lot of beautiful opportunities for transformation for you. So I want you to be awake to this, okay? And then the other thing, and I'll go through this again, I'll talk about it now in case I forget, but Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. So I'm talking, hold on, I want to be serious here. I'm talking Capricorn holding this energy of Pluto, of transformation, empowerment, inner transformation, right? In the sign of Capricorn, since 2008. Now, this year, Capricorn moves into Aquarius. Now it'll move back out and then in again, and will finally land fully into Aquarius in 2024. However, this movement of Pluto into Aquarius, epic. So those of you who have Capricorn in your chart, whether you're a rising Capricorn or you are a sun Capricorn, or maybe you have Pluto in your Capricorn, like, you want to know where Capricorn is in your chart and look back to like 2008 and ask yourself, holy smokes, what lessons have I learned? And I would bet money that it's in the house that is sitting in your chart, but I'll save that for another story. Anyways, I'll come back to that. And then the other thing that I want to talk about is that Mercury and Mars are still in their shadow stage. So I know that they have moved direct, right? However, when planets move direct, it takes them a little bit of time to fully go direct. So they're still in the shadow stage, right? So my invitation to you is to, with this new moon, still allow yourself some time, some space, some energy. And maybe instead of asking yourself, what do I want out of this year? What are my goals? What are my aspirations? Maybe say, how do I want to feel? Like, how do I want to feel? What's being asked of me? And maybe name 3 things that you want to feel this year, joy, gratitude, freedom. What is it for you? Name them. And then what will happen over time is those things that you want to quote unquote manifest will start to roll in, because you're really focusing on the emotion and the feeling, and find ways to bring those feelings, those emotions, to elicit those emotions into your life. Again, 3rd new moon at 1 degree. This is super powerful. Consider lots of ways for you to not do something to get there, but to actually allow yourself to align with those feelings. So let me say that again. Don't think about what you need to do to get there, wherever there is. Instead, ask yourself, how can I feel? What can I cultivate to allow this space to happen in my life? Okay, let's see. Mercury, Mars, got that already. You hopefully, since Mercury and Mars both went direct, you're starting to feel a sense of clarity and understanding around maybe something you've been working on, right? Don't need to jump the gun right away. You just don't. So just go slow. Okay. Let me share my screen. I want to share one more thing that's pretty powerful about this new moon. So the other thing with this new moon is that we've got Uranus going direct. Here's Uranus right here. So Uranus is going to go direct just hours after the new moon. And then what that means is that after this new moon, every single planet will be direct. Now, this is huge forward motion, and I invite you to think about or meditate on what has been going on for you since August 24th, when Uranus went into retrograde. Like, what lessons have you learned about inspiration or your need for liberation, or where do you feel free? There's this idea of movement forward, yes, but I want you to be super gentle, because again, when Uranus goes direct, it is the final planet to station direct, and then every single planet will be direct through May, I believe. So there'll be this whoosh of energy coming in, and there's almost potentially this like rapid movement in the direction that you've been planting those seeds of where you want to go and what you want to do. So the biggest thing you can do, I don't want to forget to say this, I know it's in my notes in the end, but I'm going to say it now, is to be completely present. Just ground yourself, stay disciplined in those practices, be open in the heart, know those 3 things that you want to feel this year. My teacher offered up the question, how can I be of best service this year? I think that's great. Actually, I think she phrased it as what is being asked of me? And I just love that. What is being asked of me? Right? So that's beautiful, because then you show up in a sense of surrender. It's being asked of me in this situation. I'm saying, in addition to that, ask yourself, how do I want to feel? It's the most powerful thing you can ask yourself, because it's really not about what exact thing we do or who we exactly surround ourselves with or what house we live in or what job we have. That's not it. It's how are you feeling in these relationships? Super important. A big time leaving the past behind. We really are leaving the past behind. It's a huge time to let things go. One of my teachers said, and I love this quote. Are you guys ready? I'm going to just say it. She said, ready? This is so good. I had to like rewind and listen to it. Your past does not have breath unless you give it breath. Your past does not have breath unless you give it breath. So asking yourself, where am I putting my energy? And is it in a place that is supportive of where I'm headed, or where I feel joy, freedom, liberation, love, whatever your three feelings are, right? Or is it somewhere else? Because if it's somewhere else, maybe I really don't need to be there anymore. Maybe I'm complete with that lesson. And this energy, I'm telling you, is like so about all new beginnings. It's powerful. There's a couple more things I want to share with you. So, okay. Okay, let me go back to new moon conjuncting Pluto. Okay, so I said Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. When Pluto shifts signs, he absolutely makes waves. It's a critical degree to be at 29 degrees or 1 degree of a sign, okay? And in that shift, there's movement, right? Now, Capricorn stands for our status quo, our career, our titles. It stands for who holds the power. It stands for leadership. It stands for government. It stands for systems, right? And so since 2008, Pluto has been dismantling some of these systems little by little by little, and we're now just starting to see the endings of those things. We're just now starting to see the consequences of actions we took individually and collectively since 2008. We're just now starting to see it. So Pluto gets to the truth of the matter, and the fact that it's conjuncting this new moon is like mind-blowing. So be truthful, be honest, be open, be ready for major shifts. Aquarius asks us to be in the present moment. Why? Because Aquarius moves fast. Aquarius is like air, it's speed, it's seeing things from a higher perspective. It's like acknowledging the bigger picture. It's all about humanity and altruistic views. So you can't be stuck in the details and the mundane if you want to see the bigger picture, right? And that's where we get our biggest intuitive hits, when we're present and when we're really allowing ourselves to sit with how we're feeling. Whoa, that emotion, what is that bringing up? Where is that coming from? That's weird. Is it mine? I don't know, right? So paying attention. Be so diligent about being present, because that's where everything is being created from. Consider this new moon, this like pivot point, right? We have the new moon. Well, first of all, we have Sun moving into Aquarius. Then we have the new moon conjuncting Pluto for this big shift. And then all of a sudden Uranus goes direct. It's like, whoa, I'm going to have my mind blown here pretty soon, right? In a good way. Have your mind be expanded, your heart be expanded. There isn't a better time to drop into a healing modality or a yoga or a mindfulness practice. I'm telling you, get engaged with spirit, with source, with God, with whatever that higher power is for you. Get engaged or be re-engaged. Super important. Let's see. Oh, this is something else I want to share with you. One of my teachers said this in her recording, which I absolutely loved. She said, instead of dreaming or manifesting something, right? First of all, I always will tell you or share with you to co-manifest. We're co-creating. We're asking spirit, hey, spirit, this is what I'm thinking I want to do. This is kind of where I want to go, but I'm going to leave it up to you. So this or something better. I've said that for years, right? So she put it a really new way, and I really like this. She said, make the choice that, okay, I am doing this now. Whatever it is, I'm doing this now. I'm going to be in relationship. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to buy that new house, whatever, right? Make the choice. I'm going to do this now. I am. Two most powerful words in the English language, right? And then she said, tell the universe, hey, universe, this is what I'm generating. Please support me in creating this while I am being of service, while I am generating, so that I can truly create co-manifestation. What? Oh, I just love that. Here, I'll say it again. It's so good. Make the choice. I'm doing this now, right? Tell the universe, this is what I'm generating. This is what I desire. Please support me in creating this while I am being of service, while I am generating, while I am serving, so that I can truly create this and co-manifest it. I love it. I'm going to totally borrow that. I would say the only way to do that is to take that swift turn back to the heart, to get out of this thing and come back into the heart. Two more things I want to say about the new moon. The new moon is sextiling Jupiter. Now, I'll share my screen one more time. Okay, so the new moon is sextiling Jupiter. I'm so excited. I just threw my glasses. Okay, so Jupiter is right here, right? So new moon sextiling Jupiter. Jupiter's in Aries. Yeah, Jupiter's in Aries. It's a beautiful place for Jupiter to be. It's new beginnings. It's finding that sense of optimism, feeling incredible power and joy in your life, expansion, knowledge, wisdom, negotiations, like anything that you want to put your mind or your heart or your energy to. I would say heart, not mind. Just ask that it be right and aligned with you. And when it is, this energy of Jupiter being sextile to the new moon will just help make it big. Okay. And then also Venus is conjuncting Saturn. And you know, Saturn is moving into a new sign this year, and so is Jupiter. Saturn is going to move into Pisces. Jupiter will move into Taurus later on this year. So when planets move into a new sign, it's a big deal. So we have a ton of movement this year, a ton of like that stagnation that's like gooey, right? We're moving out of it. Saturn is conjunct Venus, where Saturn makes things real, right? So Saturn has been sitting in Aquarius, I believe about 3 years now. Isn't that interesting? And in March, we'll move into Pisces. And Venus basically is like, hey, Saturn, let's create some love and abundance, you know? Now, I believe Venus does go into retrograde at some time this year, but we'll get to that later. Right now, just know that, you know, again, being in right relationship with your why, your emotions, how you're feeling, your motivations, letting things go, let the past go. You know, your past doesn't have any breath, any meaning unless you give it meaning. So really making these choices in alignment with who you are and where you want to go. And this Venus sitting with Saturn will just basically be like, let's do it, right? Because Saturn is discipline. So this is a beautiful, oh my God, beautiful new moon to start this calendar year off, and right before the Chinese New Year. I mean, all I'm going to say is I hope you got some nuggets, took some notes on what can be helpful. And I don't know, just do something that's like for yourself this weekend. If you haven't already purged, just purge, turn off your phone, don't be distracted. Focus on what you want in your life and just allow it to come to you. Okay, that's it. So grateful that you keep listening to these. If you want to know more, you can go to myastrocast.com, put in your little email address, and you will get everything delivered to your inbox. If you want your chart read, because that's always fun, just kind of understanding where the energy sits in your chart, reach out to me at my website at danadamara.com. Thank you so much. Super happy to be here. Have such a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.